The 5-Second Journal is a step-by-step guide through a daily, science-backed journaling method that will help you become the most productive, confident, and happiest version of you.
Booster ignition and liftoff.
Usain Bolt! Look at the time! 9:58 world record!
Everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you.
In this journal, Mel Robbin, a television host, motivational speaker, and best-selling author, uses science to unlock the greatest force in the universe: you. What is up, guys? My name is Logan Schmelin, and this is my series called Experimental Success. This is a video series where I test the habits, processes, and routines of some of the world's most successful and interesting people. And in this video, I am testing the 5-Second Journal by Mel Robbin. I will be explaining the science behind why this journal works so well. I will be walking you through step-by-step of my very first journal entry and what you should expect from doing the journal. Then I'll be doing a 7-day experiment, and at the end of that I'll be sharing what I learned and how I grew and how effective I think this type of journaling actually can be. First off, let's get into the science. The very first thing you do when you start a journal entry is you write the time, the place, and the date at the top. And what this does is it grounds you and makes you feel present in the moment. Next, you're going to monitor your energy, and every single day you mark in the book whether you're depleted, meh, fine, good, or energized. This will get you in the habit of realizing how you feel on a daily basis. And then on top of that, there are 2 questions that allows you to focus and understand your energy. And when you understand your energy, you can control it and make sure your energy is better the next day. The next thing you do in this journal, and I think is the most important part of this entire journaling process, you consciously decide on the number 1, the most important thing that you want to accomplish. And then you do 2 things that really support your top project, and that is you write down why you're doing it, and that'll give you a clear focus, that'll give you motivation towards doing that thing. And then you write down a small action that you can do right now that'll help you progress towards accomplishing that thing. This is called the progress principle, and it is proven to get you from just thinking to actually doing to actually accomplishing that one thing, that one goal, that one desire that you really want. Next, and this is something I've always done and will continue to do regardless of if I'm doing the 5-Second Journal or not, is practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude on a daily basis increases your effectiveness and has a huge impact on how happy you feel on a daily basis. And lastly, of this journal entry, you mark a stop time for when you want to stop working. This is something I never do. I am constantly working. Last night I was up until 2 a.m. just brainstorming and doing different ideas. I see a tremendous benefit to writing down stop time, because then it doesn't feel like you're constantly trying to get work done. It limits your time, which then would increase the importance of the work you actually get done in that time. And that's where the number 1 thing, the top project, comes in. That's where extreme effectiveness and efficiency comes in. And then this step will also allow you to have a great, or at least a better, work-life balance and feel fulfilled in every area of life. And then next, this page is very free. It's basically a brain dump area. On the next page, you can write a full list of to-dos. You can write out a schedule for the day. You can write notes, things that you learn, literally anything you want, you just write on the second brain dump page. This is really made to fit with anybody's thinking style, anybody's brain techniques. Together, these 2 pages equal 1 daily journal entry. So now that I've explained some of the science behind it, explained what goes into it, I'm going to do a journal entry of my own and let you guys know what I think of it. Okay, so my day 1 journal entry is done. I like how this makes you feel kind of present in the moment. The part where you mark how you feel that day and why and how you can make it better the next day, I feel like that's going to be very valuable over the course of this 7-day experiment. And like I said earlier, I definitely think the most important part of this whole journaling process is today my top project is. It just really gives you focus on what you want to focus on throughout that day. And something that Tim Ferriss does too is that if you want to be effective, focus on getting 1 to 2 things off of your entire to-do list complete that day. Don't focus on getting 15 kind of important things. Focus on getting the most important thing done that day, and then your entire day will feel more successful and you will feel more fulfilled. Along with that, you write down why it matters to you. I wrote a smaller version of why this individual project matters, and then I wrote my greater purpose of why this entire series of videos is meaningful to me. On top of that, I wrote down a small task that I am currently making to achieve this top project. A thing that I actually already did today was practice gratefulness. I did that in my morning routine today. This is kind of an afternoon video. This journal will be a part of my morning routine for the next 6 days. When will I stop working? I wrote 6 p.m. tonight. It is currently almost 4 p.m. So I have about 2 hours of work, 2 hours of getting things done before I'm going to stop completely and just set everything down and focus on relaxation, focus on feeling my body, focus on living instead of just working away. Next, the brain dump page. To me, this is actually the least important page because I already do this in my journal, so I basically just copied what I have. I just wrote a small to-do list. Now, I definitely see a lot of benefit in writing a to-do list, so if you don't have a journal that you do this elsewhere in, this can definitely be valuable to you. Write down notes, write down things that resonated with you throughout the day, write down schedules, write down calls, make your whole schedule on here, do whatever works for you. But this page, this entire journal, I can see being a tremendous amount of value. That is day 1. I'm gonna get into the 7-day experiment. I'll do check-ins at day 3, day 5, day 7. I'll wrap this whole thing up. I'll tell you what I learned. I'll tell you how I grew. I'll tell you how this journal can benefit your life. Then I'll tell you if it's worth buying or if you should just do it on your own. Okay, I just finished filling out day 3 in the 5-second journal. Today was good. Today was the most energized day that I've had yet, and it's mainly because I changed a few things in my morning routine. For example, yesterday I said one thing that I can do that would give me more energy first thing in the morning, that would get me off on a better start, is to work out first thing in the morning, followed by the rest of my morning routine. Today, that is exactly what I did. I got up, I did a few small things like making my bed, drinking water, and then before I got into meditation and doing my gratitude questions and my personal development course, I jumped in and did a quick little workout. It was 20-25 minutes, but for me, I'm recovering, so my health is huge. If I don't force myself to getting into movement and changing my physiology and my focus and all that, I can go through my morning routine and sometimes still not have a lot of energy afterwards. Getting my movement up, kind of getting my heart rate up a little bit, and just moving my body first thing before I did anything else gave me a lot of energy. This morning, before I actually did this, I wrote down a big want list, a want-to list, not a to-do list, because to-dos makes it feel like you're obligated to do it. But these are all things I want to do. Like, I want to create videos, I want to reach out to people. I changed the name of a to-do list to a want-to list. I had so much stuff to do, and I wrote this huge list. Then when it came to the 5-second journal and I got to the part that says my top project today is, it really made me look at my to-do list and just think, like, what is the one thing that if I accomplished that one thing today, that my entire day would be fulfilled, I'd be satisfied with the day. It was kind of hard to figure out, but once I realized the most important thing on my want to-do list, then it really made me just understand where I should be focusing today. It made me understand what is important to me in my life right now. And then today I took advantage of the brain dump page. I actually made a schedule, put in everything, put in breaks, put in a walk, put in the time I'm gonna stop working tonight, and I even put in time after that to relax, refuel, recharge, and go to bed at a decent hour. So day 3 of the 5-minute journal, I'm really liking it. So much can come out of doing an exercise like this on a daily basis. But the one thing I can say is that every single morning, every single day, realizing your focus and understanding that one important project that you need to focus on that day, that is definitely a valuable piece of information or tactic or advice that you can apply to your life. Day 5. It's my 5th day of the 5-second journal. I actually really like it. I've only had one problem with it so far. It's not really a problem, it's just kind of finicky. So this is a big book, right? It's pretty thick. I'm not a fan of how it folds, but that's not the problem. The problem is that with my small journal like this one, it's just really small and I can like have it open really easily. Now this, when I write the schedule out or when I write the to-do list, whatever I do on the brain dump page, I don't like having to leave this open, so I found that most days I close it and then I don't even look at that page. That's just personal preference. You could rip this page out. Actually, you couldn't, because the stuff on the other side of it. That's something you might have to deal with, or if you want a solution for that, take these exercises and do them in a separate journal. I basically do the brain dump in here for the exercise in the morning, and then I create a separate one in my other journal like you saw, and I reference that one throughout the day. Check in for day 5. I love everything about this, like all the exercises, very good in the morning. I wish that there was something about the gratefulness section that would make me kind of slow down and think about it more. Practicing gratefulness is something that I've done for a while, and this one question, although I find it very valuable, especially if you haven't done this before, for me, I want to slow down and think about something for like 5 minutes, not just like 3 seconds, because I'm very good at thinking of things that I'm grateful for. For example, I'm grateful for the socks I have on right now. I'm grateful for the energy that I have that allows me to shower. I'm grateful that this shirt came in. It's one of my new t-shirts. It's embroidered on the shirt. It's awesome. I'm grateful for everything. Like, I'm grateful for how good this picture looks right now. So for me, coming up with one thing, I'm done in like 4 seconds. I don't actually like get into the state of feeling gratitude. They're the only problems I'm having with it. They're just picky problems. I could easily just slow down more. But yeah, day 5, every exercise in here is definitely valuable. I love it. Yeah, cool. Okay guys, today is day 7, the last day of the 7-day experiment of the 5-second journal. And I have to say, the problems I explained in day 5, the last 2 days they haven't really been an issue. And I think the reason why they aren't an issue now is just because I've realized them and I've kind of just adjusted to how I use the book and go through the exercises. For example, the gratefulness section. Today I actually wrote down 2 things I'm grateful for, and I just took a minute, 2 minutes just to actually be present with them, to feel truly grateful, to get into that feeling, that state of gratitude. And then I moved on. My problem with having this book and not using the brain dump page because the book's too big and I didn't like how it folded, honestly a really picky complaint. So basically now what I've been doing is in my personal journal, I write a want to list, the big list of things that I have to do. And then every single morning when I'm on my brain dump page, I turn that into a schedule in order of importance. So I always do the most important thing first, and it just slowly goes down in importance as I go down the list. And then I've just been leaving this open just like this, and I've been putting this beside my desk, and I just reference it all day, and when I'm done, I just cross something off. That's what I've been doing the last 2 days. It's actually working very well, and the 2 problems that I've had are completely gone. Overall, these exercises, this journal, highly recommend doing this strategy, following this journal, doing everything in this book. Should you buy this journal, or is it something you can do? This is definitely something you can do on your own, in your own journal. But if you don't have that dedication, if you need to follow a guide, if you need something more strict, this journal is great. Biggest takeaways for me of doing this experiment, of following along with this journal, is 1, noticing how I feel on a daily basis, then acknowledging why I feel that way, and then 2, coming up with a plan to feel better the next day. And then the other big takeaway for me, and definitely the most important takeaway, is just acknowledging your top project, your top 2 projects for that day. And then not only just acknowledging where you should be putting your focus on first thing, or putting the majority of your focus on in that day, towards also creating a small action step that you can execute on right now that'll get you closer to, or if not, just completing and fulfilling that entire project. So all in all, I highly recommend the 5-second journal to anybody who's looking to just become more self-aware, just to increase their morning routine, to get better, to get more effective, to get more efficient, to become more self-aware. And with that being said, that is the end of this video. This is the end of this experimental success episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, if you want to see more videos just like this one, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, let me know something you learned, let me know if you're going to try this experiment, let me know how it goes, and that is it. If you guys want to support me, if you want to support my mission, support the series, check out logantramelin.com/shop where you can buy some of my merchandise. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still watching right now, leave a comment down below and let me know that you're still watching. Put the timestamp, put something down there to let me know that you watched this long. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next video. Yeah.